Alright, I'm gonna secure this anchor a little better. Got my trusty metal pin here. Sail is getting a little floppy. So we have to tack our way upwind to get out of this inlet bay. It's only 6 miles, but since we're gonna have to go back and forth upwind, it'll probably take us 5 or 6 hours. If it was calm, we could probably motor it in 4, but it's not. So there's no rush. We're looking at almost 2-day trip anyway. So why get frustrated with slow progress? Because we're actually moving. Alright, time to tack. Getting pretty close to shore. The sail is flapping because the leech line is loose, and I keep tightening, but apparently the cleat wasn't holding the line anymore. It takes me a few more videos to figure that out, how to fix that, so unfortunately you gotta suffer through the flappy sail with me for a little longer. Alright, so I just packed about 2 miles out this way, and we should be good. Wind's picking up a little bit, so maybe we'll go a little further so we could actually not be close hauled, we could bear off a little bit. Here's a look at our course. We're tacking out of the bay, and once we get out of the bay, we'll head northwest up to Luperon, and then through the Bahamas towards Florida. a minute. Looked like we were gonna make it on that tack, but no, we're gonna need at least one more tack back and forth to clear this headlands here. So, okay, an extra 9 miles. So while we're underway with nothing to do, I'm gonna try to install this Orca tablet. Orca sent me these chart plotter gizmos, and I guess they interface with your marine network, which I don't really have a marine network, so it's just a chart plotter. And they gave me a mount to go with it, and this guy, so I think I could put him under the Dodger. It's a little bit bigger than the sail proof tablet, but similar thickness. Another thing I like is it has a button here, so you can like click it. Oh wait, no, that's the power button. Where is it? This one. And it should, because what happens when you get wet and then it zooms off here and your touchscreen doesn't work because it's wet, so you can click this and it should go back to where you are, and then up in the volume button should zoom. How do I get to where I am? There it goes. Okay, so kind of works. We're tracking. The problem is that there's no charts in this one, so hopefully we can get some charts loaded. Their normal free plan only works when you have internet, and then I guess you got to pay to have the charts offline. And they're not as detailed as Navionics or as thorough, but let's give them a shot. It's always good to have a backup. This little mount looks like it can charge the thing, and I think it's induction wireless charging, so it should work outside maybe. But I also don't think Orca's charts have enough detail. I'd rather use Navionics, but fortunately you can run Navionics on this because it's just a normal Android tablet. It doesn't run quite as smoothly with the so you can run the Navionics app there. That's probably what I'll end up doing. This doesn't run quite as smoothly as on my iPhone or my Sailrite tablet that I've noticed, but it does run, so there we go. And obviously I don't have the Navionics charts downloaded here, so that's not much use, so we'll stick to the Orca app. No, Orca. How do I get back to Orca? There we go. Orca. I think it's a Norwegian company. I'm very anti Garmin Navionics. I love the Navionics charts. I think they're the most detailed and the best one. But also I don't like the company practices and the way the prices are going up, and the ownership of it. Like you buy the charts and then they say, no, you don't have the charts anymore. You got to buy them again, and you got to subscribe, and all this bullshit. I think it's very messed up. But also I tried so many other charts, and I have not found any ones that are as detailed or I like better. But let's give Orca a shot. Maybe it will get better over time. So they're just using a ram mount for their mounting system, similar as this one. Although the paint didn't really hold up on those, but they seem like pretty good mounts. Just wire this guy. Alright, so 3 tries. Brown goes with the reds and white goes with the blacks. Of course, it makes sense. So now it's charging on the tack. All right, we tacked. I think we're gonna clear the land. Just barely. So we're almost around the headlands there. I guess most of the day was just tacking our way out of the bay. But I guess now that the sun's set, we are clear of the, well, clear in a few hours, and we can start going on a beam reach with the wind on our side, maybe the wind a little bit behind us. Just going straight towards Luperon, about 100 miles to go. Just about around it. We're off soon. Making a burrito in there. Just kind of softening up the tortilla. Cut up some tomato now. The sun is coming up now. We sailed pretty good through the night. And now the wind is dying. So the sail is doing its flopping back and forth thing. I put away the jib mostly. Trying to decide if I get the spinnaker out. It might not even be enough wind for that though. Maybe I'll just motor for a few hours. See if the wind comes back. Well, it's noon. I couldn't avoid it anymore. I finally had to put the spinnaker up. And that gave us at least an extra knot of boat speed, so well, I wasted a few hours not doing that, but now it's up, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. I heard this is a whale kind of migration area, so I'm keeping my eyes out for whales a little bit. Yeah, I don't see any though. Some people in the marina said they saw whales. Alright, wind's dying again. Had a pretty good wind in the day. I put the spinnaker away for a while. And now it's dying again. Should I put it back up? The sun just went down. 25 or 30 miles to go. Make some rice and sausage for dinner. Some hot sauce. And we're doing 2 knots now, so should get in sometime early morning, maybe 2 or 3 a.m. I'm gonna try to motor in at night. This could be a challenging entrance. Looking at the chart. Apparently they've got fishing buoys just outside the channel. The channel is always moving. So I made it into the channel without any trouble, and I anchored right there. And here's a look at our little trip around the north coast of Dominican Republic. Also just want to illustrate the difference between the Orca charts and Navionics. This is Orca's of Luperon Harbor, and this is Navionics. You can see a lot more kind of resolution and the depth, detail in the depths and things, which is quite useful when I'm anchoring or trying to go to certain areas. You can see Orca doesn't really show that shallow section or the spot that's good for anchoring or all the detail. I anchored here in this bay overnight, and now I'm gonna move the boat into the main anchorage and then try to find the the Armada to check in. Because the Dominican Republic is kind of like Morocco, where you have to check in every place you go. It's not quite as bad because you don't have to do the whole passport thing, but you gotta check in with the Navy everywhere you go. Looks like some boats are anchored here and some are on moorings. I'm just gonna try to go as far in as I can, make myself the shortest dinghy ride possible. All right, just drop the anchor here. We're right next to the boatyard. I'm gonna look at a boat tomorrow, and then the dinghy dock's over there. I think the Navy also. This boat is home port is Aurora. That's wild. Such a small world. I just checked in with the port control and the Navy. It was $25 to check in with the port control and stay here for 3 days at anchor. And the Navy didn't cost anything, but they gave me my dispatcher sheet. So now we walk around. Today we're gonna check out an abandoned resort. It seems like there's a lot of these around the Caribbean. This one is pretty massive though. Hey, this looks like the entrance to me. It's a little boat. Guess what it's towing? A massive fishing boat. Now we're rowing to this boatyard to look at a couple boats. There's some really weird ones here though. Look at that thing with the steering thing on top. Now we're looking at a St. Francis 44 with an interesting sail drive configuration there. Last year. And they have the water system. And then you got some damage on the hard top there. Is balsa core through and through, or
I'm not sure about the hard top.
but the deck and stuff, is that balsa? It almost seems like a little compression where the mast is, you know? Just as long as I'm not spending the rest of my life working on it. Gets better to go to the Bahamas.
Fair.
I think.
Sorry.
Alright, so let's do zoom through here. Really big forward beds. You got the bathtub. You got electric toilets on some of them. This is the next boat we're gonna look at. This is Happy Feet. It's a custom boat out of Dominican. What's going on over here?
Yeah.
Little putty.
They're supposed to haul this one out.
Okay.
And get that repaired. They haven't hauled it out.
This boat has a forward actual cockpit. First one I've seen of this. All the Vinicel. Lots of room for solar up here. Stack paths. Not stacking so well. Water collection system. Massive lockers.
There's loads of patches on this boat too, so the ventilation is awesome.
Yeah, this is super. Crack hatches. Oh, there's nothing good either. Pictures are easier to send. So this is surprisingly big. It's rough though. Door is opening and closing.
Forward cockpit for sure.
It's really neat.
Yeah, those
Those
are
are neat.
blackout and
Okay.
bug screen.
So you can go between the two. Okay. When they're outside, they always get so rusty though, it seems like. Oh, actually, looking in there.
There's the water maker,
Definitely makes
membranes.
Okay. Thanks for watching. I actually thought that Happy Feet boat was kind of a cool boat. Unfortunately, it was just going to be too much of a project. I feel like I'd spend over a year probably just to get that boat where I wanted it to be and go sailing. But if you're interested, I think it's still for sale in Luperon. I think they're asking $225, but I'd probably try to get that price down a bit. Next video, I find a boat for sale in Malaysia and go check that out. And I think you're gonna like that one. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I hope to see you guys then. And also, if you missed the video sailing from St. Thomas to Dominican Republic, go check that one out. Not a lot of people watched that one. I thought it was another really good video. I think if you like this one, you probably like that one. So I'll see you guys then. Bye.